Hello, thank you very much for joining me once again in my channel. This is Sam Solis, and today I'm going to show you a flower arrangement using mostly spring flowers. It's the middle or almost the middle of February, and I thought it is time to create something that is springy. But the other more important thing that I would like to show you in my design today is the use of a tool that is now considered by many modern florists a little bit too primitive, because this was used by florists in the past prior to the coming of floral foam or florist tape. This is used most of the time in order to create a bouquet or any arrangement. I'm talking about this. This is called a flower frog, and it is this one in particular is a rare piece. I was lucky to have inherited this from somebody who retired from the flower industry, and it's very difficult to find it even on the internet. If you search the internet, it's kind of hard to get something around this size and made of heavy metal like this, because when they recreate this these days, they're made of plastic, and you need some kind of adhesive, some kind of glue in order to anchor it in your container so that it doesn't move from one spot to another. This one doesn't need that because it's heavy enough. So the other, before I forget, the other frog that you probably will recognize is this one made out of hundreds of pins, hundreds of these spikes, sharp spikes that will hold the stem of any flower in place, especially if you're using flowers that are kind of fleshy and soft stem. But today I'm going to use this, which is almost like what we were talking about the last time I made a presentation about using the florist tape, and this is the very idea that we're trying to do there, but instead of using this, we were using flower tape before. So let's start by introducing to you the kind of container that I'll be using in this particular design. Since this is a spring, I thought the most appropriate container is a terracotta container. This is made of clay. It's kind of heavy, and because when we talk about terracotta, right away the first thing that comes to our mind is something that has to do with gardens or something to do with the outdoors. So let's start by putting our flower frog right in the middle, and putting some water in the container, making sure that the water is deep enough for every single stem to reach so that they hydrate very well there. And because it's spring, the first flowers that I'm going to use are tulips. These beautiful white tulips. So we just insert them right in the middle of the grid like that, and you'll find that the flowers are not going to stay right away because they're just relying on the grid in order to stay in put. But you will be surprised at how they stay very, very steadily as soon as we put more stems in the grid. Okay, so this is what they look like from the start. I'm going to insert the third one right here. Another one right there. These tulips, by the way, are imports. They came all the way from the Netherlands, from Holland. So they're still a little bit pricey because of that. Pretty soon we'll be using our very own locally grown tulips here in British Columbia. Another tulip right here. And I could feel it that the more stem I insert, the tighter the grid is becoming. And that is the idea of using the grid. And then I have some ranunculus here that are imports as well from Italy. This time of the year we don't have any local ranunculus yet. And ranunculus is one of the flowers that a lot of brides will request in their bouquet. They're pricey, but it's worth it. The cost or the price is always worth it because they give such a beautiful texture to any bouquet. Their cousins, which are the anemones, they are cousins, by the way. They belong to the same group of flowers. They're sometimes called wind flowers. These anemones were flown in from Italy. These are from Italy. And one more here. So I could feel the tightness of the stems together as I keep adding some stems in between the grid. The other flower that I would love to use is calla lily. The miniature calla lily is a beautiful addition to the arrangement because it has a completely different texture. It has like a cone shape bloom that when added to any arrangement gives it a very special feel to the arrangement. And that is what we are creating right now, and the line is also beautiful when calla lilies are added to any arrangement. It's starting to look like that so far. It's nice and airy. I have another stem of calla lily here that I will probably insert right in the middle. See how it stays right there? And what's spring without a color as a lime green like this from viburnum? Viburnum is always a beautiful addition to any bouquet because it gives that very cool color. That lime green color is very, very springy. The other flower too that I would like to add without overdoing it is Gerbera daisy, because Gerbera daisy in general to me is a summer flower. It has that very sunshiny look to the texture of the flower, but without using it too much, it can still be very springy in the arrangement. So the other thing that I would like to add, because we want some kind of fragrance to the arrangement, are hyacinths. And hyacinths, without using plenty of stems again in the arrangement, just one or two is enough to make the arrangement look very, very fragrant. Smell very fragrant like that. Some of the flowers that I still would like to use are the spray roses right here. Wait, it's getting tight, and it's really nice because I am confident that the flowers are holding everyone together there. Oh, and the beautiful Helleborus as well is a very nice addition to the bouquet. I'll probably use another stem of hyacinths right here. And to finish up my arrangement, I think I would like to use some of the very airy dollar eucalyptus in here. And that should complete our bouquet. That. Another one over here. And ta-da! That's the spring arrangement that I was able to create using the frog, the metal frog that I was talking about earlier on. So I hope you like that. I hope you keep following my posts, and I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it so. And the next time I'm going to use the other frog, which is the spiky one. But in the meantime, thank you all for patiently watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed that. So until next time, I am looking forward to creating another arrangement for you to enjoy. Thanks again. Bye for now.